The Scottish Premiership returns this weekend, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of November. Guess what, troops? There's no more international breaks until March. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. And Didio, that's the only present that I need from the big man. Go to the big man up the stairs. That would be more the GOD rather than the SANTA. But anyway, let's talk about Jim Goodwin. He's looking for a win. He's looking for a victory as he designs a game plan to build tension at Ibrox. And you know what? I tend to agree that would work. But a crazier thing is that there is an actual opportunity for Dundee United to move level on points with Rangers. I kid you not, folks. It is the 21st of November, and Dundee United, newly promoted Dundee United. I know they don't feel like a newly promoted team because it's Dundee United, but anyway, they are a newly promoted team. They have the opportunity to move level on points with Rangers. Absolutely incredible. There is games in hands to factor in, things like that in this league. But Jesus, man, that's absolutely mental. And the fact that he wants to build and create some nervous tension, I think that's probably the right way to go around it, right? And I'll tell you why it's the right way to go around it, or go about it, sorry. Because look at every game this season at Ibrox, man. The tension, the negativity, the toxicity, which is all justified, by the way, that has an effect on the players. Because see when the player see when they turn back and they do a backwards pass, it's like it just gets so toxic. And Jim Goodwin, his comments here, right, pretty much tell me that he is going to set up backs to the wall, keep it 0-0 for as long as possible, and absolutely frustrate them. Now, this is what he actually went in to say. He said, "We want to stay as close as we can to the teams above us. A win would be fantastic. This is a huge motivation for my players. We've analysed Rangers and I thought St Mirren and Hearts in particular ran them really close at Ibrox. We have to learn from that. We go into every game trying to be positive." End of quote. Right, but it's like, Hibs ran as close, St Mirren did run as close, Hearts ran as close. All these games ending by one goals. Jim Goodwin must be like, right, to his team, Rangers don't score goals. So the chances are, you know, if we score one, there is a good opportunity of at least a point and potentially a victory. Like, that's what he's got to say. Like, we just do not score goals now. I mean, I believe at home we've scored. We haven't been. We haven't. We've scored a goal in every home game this season in the league. It's the away form that is really diabolical for Rangers. But the fact is, like, there's so many games at home where you're winning by one goal margin, and eventually they're going to turn into draws. They're going to turn into defeats. And I think Dundee United, who sit fourth, could be the team to, whip out a defeat to Rangers. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But here, the way this is getting talked about and the way Jim Goodwin's actually went into the two games previously and analysed them and said, well, you know what? This is where we can learn from those two performances. Again, this is nothing groundbreaking, right? This is what Jim Goodwin should be doing. This is what every manager and the backroom staff should be doing. They should be analysing their opponents, but I feel like Clement is too stubborn and literally won't change anything for the previous matches, i.e., Hearts, at Mid and Hibs, etc., and will play the same way. And if Jim Goodwin adapts his players into like a better performance of what Hearts and St Mirren did, I think there's more than a point even up for grabs for his team. Um, as much as I don't even want to turn around and say that now, he said the boys have ticked off a few of those kinds of records. We hadn't beat St Johnstone for about a decade at Tannadice. I think it was about 14 or 15 years since we last won at Tynecastle. Records have to change at some point. So there's no reason why we can't put the team to put another one straight. Obviously referring to Rangers. So yeah, I mean, it is 13 years since Dundee United last won a league match at Ibrox. I mean, that is a long time ago. There is no two ways about it. He did speak about Rangers. He said, we know how good the Rangers fans can be in terms of creating a good atmosphere. But on the flip side of that, if we go there and play the game plan right and try and create some nervous tension about the place, we know the fans can very quickly get on the backs of the players. That is what a lot of managers would be saying to their players going into these games. To play for a club like Rangers, you've got to have a strong character. And that character's been called into question numerous times this season, so we've got to put Rangers under as much pressure as we can. We've got to take the positive from the last time we played them, and I believe we've got players that can cause Rangers problems. End of quote. I mean, they do. Dundee United have got very good players. Hell, we sat here on this channel first match day this week of the season and turned around and said that Dundee and Dundee United have got better attacking options than Rangers, especially down the flanks. Has that changed since then? Well, Tierney and Bajrami have come in since then And if he took those two at the team, I would tend to agree with that statement. Anyway, it's going to be a crazy weekend, folks. Strap in.